So you ended off with your brand. And
Right.
like before we dive back into it, I just have to say, these new recruiters are crazy.
Horrible.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
listen, I have a client right now and he says, I'm hiring you because I have to admit that I definitely do not reach out to candidates. His whole entire model is email marketing. His whole entire model. And I'm like, I can't even imagine. And I mean, I think it's very resourceful to a certain degree, but there is a certain point that you have to get on that call and you have to establish that relationship and you have to see, because the reality is that somebody could be on the phone and or their resume can say one thing, and then when you get on the phone and you start grilling them, they have no
Totally different.
clue whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Whatsoever.
Right.
And I just got to tell you this really quickly. So we were doing some recruiting for State Farm. And we were doing virtual interviews like this where we had folks on camera. And this guy, it was like 5 interviews. The resumes were completely different. It was just like, oh, man, we got the best 5. They were in our office. So, it was show and prove time. So we get on the call. And the first person interviews, they're awesome. The second person interviews, they're awesome. The third person interviews, they're like, nobody said anything, but everybody's kind of looking like, this guy looks like the last guy, but nobody said anything, right? So we interview him. 4th interview, clearly this guy's the last guy. He's got a different resume. He's got on a different shirt. We had, by the 5th one, when the same guy came back on for that 5th interview, he immediately shut the camera off. Man, we were like, what? They weren't even interested in playing with us at that point. They're like, what? It was terrible. And it was nothing in our minds ever said, like, would somebody, like, it was literally different resumes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you don't want to be disrespectful. It's like, is this the same person interviewing? We didn't want to accuse anyone of that, but clearly it was like, you're the same guy as last time. You do know that, right? So it's like, you have to not just talk to your candidates, in my opinion, but you should be meeting them. Do you know the number of recruiters who don't even meet their candidates at all?
Right. I know people who hire hundreds of people a month and never meet any one of them. They just go to work on projects, and that's it. They never introduce themselves. Even when they get the orientation, they never meet the candidates that they recruited.
Bananas.
That's insane to me.
Bananas.
So,
it's like bananas. Okay.
Startup.tv podcast. If you'd like more information on any of our stories or would like to know how to get involved and share your story, head over to our website at staffingstartup.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, and please leave a 5-star rating and a super awesome review so others can enjoy the show too. Check out the live video footage on YouTube, and we'll see you next episode.